everybody, my name is Ryan Moffat. I'm one of the directors at Uplift Performing Arts based in Mid and East Antrim over in Carrickfergus. We're delighted to be working with Mid and East Antrim, and today we have an acting class with one of our staff members, Jack. Now this is mainly aimed at beginners, but we hope that you enjoy it and you can get creative. At Uplift, we've been running for nearly 10 years now at Mid and East Antrim, and our whole ethos is building confidence and self-esteem in all of our students by using the three major disciplines in the arts: singing, dancing and acting. So we're delighted to bring this course to you today. We hope for many more in the next couple of weeks, and we'll see you very soon. And if you want to get in contact with us at Uplift, just check out our website, weareuplift.com. Alright, enjoy your class. Bye.
So today, I just want to make sure you've cleared your space, make sure you've got nothing about, and also grab a water bottle because your throat will probably get dry because mine got a wee bit dry doing this earlier on. So get a water bottle, hydrate and all that, okay? So first of all, we're going to do a couple of wee warm-ups to get our faces warmed up. In my classes, I always start off with a wee warm-up, do a face scrunch up. So we're going to start off, we're going to make our face really, really small. And then really big. As big as you can go. And even bigger. And then really small. And then really big. And then small. Good job. Right, so now I want you to imagine you have got a piece of gum, really, really sticky. It's almost like toffee. So you've got a bit of toffee in your mouth, and I want you to imagine you're chewing it. Sound effects, everything. Get the slabbers going. Really get stuck in. Over the other side. Brilliant. Good job. Now make sure you're all shake it off, shake it out, do all that. Good job. Right, so now we're going to do a wee tongue twister. Sophie did this earlier on in your singing classes. We're going to do something a wee bit like it. So it's red lorry, yellow lorry. I find this extremely hard. I was sitting in bed doing this last night and I was like, red lorry, and it was really hard. So really use your diction. That's what Sophie was talking about earlier on, and that's whenever you really enunciate all of your words and bring it all forward. Okay, so we're going to start, so we're going to take it slowly and then we're going to get faster and faster, okay? So say it with me. Red lorry, yellow lorry. 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 Red lorry. Oh, I'm away already. Right, try it again, and we're gonna take a wee bit slower, and then we're gonna get really, really fast. See if we can keep up. So here we go. Red lorry, yellow lorry. 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 Now, Rory, who's Rory? Brilliant, good job, guys. So everyone, create yourself a stage. You've got your stage, you're on stage. Lights, camera, action, everything's going. Good job. So put yourself center stage and stand in this position called boom. So what I'm doing is I'm locking my knees. Not too hard so that you're like, oh, and it's really hurting here, but just a boom. So you're like nice and relaxed, but fully upright. Push your shoulders up to your ears like this, and then push them back. Push them back, you should feel like all your bones clicking. It feels a wee bit disgusting, I know that, but do it again. And up and down. So always tilt your head up a wee bit, so it's just above your eye line. So I'm looking above up to the ceiling. So look up like this, up like that. And our chest forward, so we're performing to the audience. We're inviting them to watch us. Okay, good job. So we're in our boom positions. And now I want you to think, what is theatre? Okay, I'm going to give you a wee second to think about what is theatre. Maybe you want to pause it, do a wee bit of research, have a look. So what is theatre? Right? Well, I think theatre is not only a building, but it's a piece of art. I know you're probably thinking, what? A piece of art? Art, it can be anything. It can be like a piece of dance, it can be a piece of singing. We're all individual artists. So theatre might include musicals, plays, concerts, solo concert, and all of these are used to bring joy and happiness to the audience. So any piece of theatre, any piece of performance is always there to bring joy and happiness to its audiences. So, now, what do you think makes a good actor or actress? What are the qualities of a good actor and actresses? So, take a wee second and think about that, and then I'll get back to you. Well, to me, a good actor and actress is someone who can give a convincing performance and make us believe they are that character. So if they're walking about on stage like this, and they're not really doing anything, they're like, yeah, where art thou, Romeo? I don't really care about this. But if you're doing something like, where art thou, Romeo? You're performing, you're engaging with your audience, okay? You're making us believe that you are that character, okay? So I always think, if you don't think you're doing it right, just go for it. Just let loose and do your very best, okay? So in class, sometimes I talk about things that make a good actor. So I've got 4 things. I want you to now think of what those 4 things might be, okay? So what 4 things all add up to making a good character or to make a good actor and an actress? So, what I've come up with is facial expressions. Facial expressions help so much become a character, so if you might be really happy and you might be really sad, okay? So facial expressions are really important, and gestures is our second one. So gestures are your hand movement. Oh, look at over there. Look at this map, everyone. That's your gestures. So anything to do with your hands and legs can be called gestures. Okay? So movement, so walking about the stage. Oh my goodness, look at that! Okay, so your movement is really key to becoming a good actor and actress. And also your voice. If you're maybe the play's set in like America and you have to talk all like this, you have to have a good American voice, right? So it's all about the voice, the tonality of the voice, and how you put an emphasis on your words. Good job. So what are the 4 things? Say them now. Facial expressions, gestures, movement, and voice. Say them now by yourselves. Go. Well done. I'm sure you did absolutely brilliant. So we got our facial expressions, gestures, movement, and voice. Good job. Well, today we are going to do some acting through a story, so we are. So I've got this story called The Wereboy. Ooh, The Wereboy. What happens? Right? So through this, I want you to be really, really over-dramatic. So if you're the werewolf, whoa, you are the werewolf. Ooh! Be really over-dramatic about everything, okay? Use your gestures, be all over-dramatic, use your facial expressions. You are the werewolf. Channel it right there. Ooh. Go. Good job. So be really over dramatic and be as free as possible. Cool? Right, so here we go. I'm going to read it out and I want you to be over dramatic as you can. As big as you can get. Okay? So here we go. The wolves in the wood grew as wild as trees. They do not say thank you. They do not say please. They roll in the dirt and they chomp and they growl. At night time, they look at the moon and they howl. Now, I've just lost my place. But Warren was different, the youngest wolf pup. He would not go out and howl. He would just look up. Instead, he ran back to his cave to hide. And you would not believe what would happen inside. Oh, the brightest full moon would cause Warren to change from a furry young wolf to a creature most strange. Let's see you becoming the creature. His hair would grow short and run right in onto his head. His paws would spread out and form fingers instead. His snout would shrink down to a small little nub, while his ears became small, like one day an old cub. His teeth would unsharpen like pieces of corn, and always somehow there was clothes to be worn. He'd stand on 2 legs and start walking around, and on his behind, not a tail to be found. His parents were shocked. when they saw his transformation, it certainly wasn't the norm. Warren became a polite, quiet joy. For Warren, you see, was a dreaded were-boy. He'd only eat sandwiches without the crusts. He didn't talk back. He preferred eating trust. They scratched at their heads and he cleaned up the cave. It wasn't how wolves had been taught to behave. His bedtime, he found, was just one tad too late, so he marched off to sleep without any debate. Instead of the floor, he would sleep on a bed, leaves for blankets and straws for his head. By morning he'd be a young wolf pup. They'd all keep the secret together. But then, a pack celebration to honour Jar, the eldest of wolves with his whitest of hair. But then it came time to howl, and they all looked around, but the family of Warren was nowhere to be found. They came to the cave and asked what they had hid, and then, when he saw him, a kid, a wereboy, they shouted, "What do we do? Don't get too close or they'll catch you too." Warren sat patiently, reading his book, but somehow that made them give wolfier looks. His parents objected, "There's nothing to fear. Everyone changes, each one of us here. Warren's the wolf that you never knew before. It's just he happens to be that and more." Sinclair stepped with his scrangly knees. "Excuse me, sir." He creaked and coughed and wheezed. "I have just the test and will know the truth soon. All the wolves, be they true, howled at the moon. Let's hear you howling." So the pack gathered round and they brought him outside, and Warren did something they hadn't yet tried. He lifted his head and puffed out his chest, looked straight at the moon and gave it his best. Give it your best, everyone, okay? And from inside his heart, where it all lay, came not a howl, but a beautiful song. Soon one by one, all of the wolves listened, until morning dew on the grass came to glisten. His parents, were near and far, and the wolves from his pack watched the sun change from his wereboy to back. Then they saw him this time as they did not before, a wolf and a boy, and forever much more. Okay guys, so I hope you have really acted that out. I hope you have been the wolf. I hope you have been the wereboy. I hope you've used your facial expressions, your gestures, your movement, everything. I want you to be that character. If you want to rewind, you can do that and try it all again. Maybe you want to be really over dramatic, okay? So once you've done this, okay, I want you to go look at yourself in the mirror, okay? Go find a mirror in your house and try this. I want you to come right up close, right? And I want you to pretend you're the wolf. Pretend you're the wolf now. Okay? Use your facial expressions, your gestures. Maybe you've got ears. Maybe you're using them as paws. Become the wolf. Use all those 4 things that I talked about to become that character, okay? Then I want you to go and look at yourself in the mirror again and become the wereboy. So maybe you're a wee bit more polite. Maybe you're a wee bit more reserved. Maybe you're a wee bit shy. Maybe you're hunched over, okay? Think of the face. What would he do? Would it be all sad for himself? Would he be happy? What kind of emotion would he have? Okay, think of all those things. Okay, so let's go back again. What is theatre? Tell me, have you got that in your head? Tell me right now, what is theatre? Good job. Now, what makes a good actor? Okay, what are those 4 things that I talked about? Name them. Here we go. Good job. I'm sure you got that, but if you didn't, here's just a quick reminder. Facial expressions, gestures, movement, and voice. We need all of them to become those characters of the Wereboy and the Wolves. Okay, so stay in tune, and I'm sure I will all see you soon. Be safe and keep nice and clean. Make sure you're washing those hands, okay? And see you soon.